This thing is big. I'm like, there's some weight here, and now we're battling. But this fish definitely has some size. It's handling it well. Do you see it? Oh. We made it to one of my favorite destinations. We are at Hecla at Gull Harbour, and this is on Lake Winnipeg, and it is a very popular spot for large walleyes. If you guys want to plan a Lake Winnipeg open water trip, you can't beat going here. You're gonna get high numbers, you're gonna get big fish. Accommodations are great right around here, and it's gonna be one of your best chances to get the fish of your lifetime in really North America.
We are getting the boat ready, and today might be the day that I finally cross that 30-inch mark. Haven't done that yet. I think I've only caught 2 master anglers so far on Lake Winnipeg, nothing over 30. So maybe today's the day. If there's a time to catch one, it's gonna be now, fall. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be a cold one today, so I would be lost without my heated vest. This thing takes the edge off ice season and open water too, so it's gonna be perfect for fall fishing.
Yes to heated vest season. If you guys are looking for the perfect heated vest, be sure to check that out at DSG. I'll have that below. Oh, there, got him. Not very big. Yep, you got one too? Definitely need a heavier rod. I forget the caliber that greenbacks are, plus with this current and stuff. Oofda. Oh boy, she's staying down. Oh, she's fighting so hard and right by the motor. You might need the net.
Yep. Nice one, pal.
Yeah, that's fun. Feels good.
That's a heavy fish.
Look at this. First greenback of the trip, and she's big. Took us a little bit to get dialed in. Not that you need to do a lot of that here, but to get to the right depth, get the right weight jig, which was the most important. And here we are. This is probably 24, 25-inch fish. We're gonna get her back in. Megan's on. Fighting hard.
This fish wants to stay on the bottom.
Yeah, it's big. Please be a walleye. Please be a walleye. Please be a walleye. It's so greeny. The plastic.
On the plastic. I was jigging it off the bottom like you said.
Yes.
Back to back, we're finally hooking into them. We found out they want a little bit more action, so we're jigging the jigs. And I had plastics on that time, but we're jigging them up off the bottom a little bit instead of letting them sit in the mud. And that seems to be producing the fish. So this one will go back, but it's a good eater. Got sick of dealing with the rotten bait falling off cast after cast, so I just switched, ooh, I'm bloody. Switched to the Freedom Baits Javelin, and it's producing fish too, so see what we can do.
I got one. Yep. Kind of feel like they're just gonna bite, so I might as well put plastic on. Save our hands. Man, my heart. Oh yeah, she's pretty. Fun, that's for sure. It's really wavy. We lost spot lock, but worth it for these giant fish. Like, this is wild. This is maybe our third 25, and it's been fast action. Just throwing out a plastic and a 1-ounce jig, that's key. You got to get to the bottom in about 25 feet. So much fun. Hooked up to a big one.
Oh, this one feels good.
Don't see it yet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big one, Megan.
Feels good.
That's the biggest one yet.
Yeah, look how fat it is.
Yeah, she's heavy. Look at this belly. Oh, so fat. The camera's not even doing it justice. It's crazy fat. I can't see it. Look at her belly. What has she been eating?
I don't know.
Feasting.
It's so heavy, I'm falling over.
She's huge.
Look at this fish.
Wow.
Wow, that felt good. She just smoked it. I'm on the plastic again. You can't see it on this side here, but
That is the ticket.
yeah, Freedom Baits Javelin. It's working today.
Yeah.
Get it up off the bottom. That felt great.
Nice job.
So we just lost spot lock. Our live scope died, so we lost the GPS, and everything kind of went crazy for a few minutes. Nicole had to drive the boat, but of course, as everything happened, I hook up to another nice greenback.
Wild.
And yeah, it took me for a little bit of a ride, but beautiful fish. Look at the colors.
Plastic again. This time they got it.
Awesome.
So we are now drifting. I'm just going up and we drift the same pass between 20 and 25 feet, and that seems to be really effective. Whenever I fish this lake, I'm really lucky because I do know locals, I do know people like my friend Shauna, and a lot of times she just sets us up in this channel, and we end up fishing between 20 and 25 feet. Classic Lake Winnipeg, where these fish are roaming, you're getting new groups roaming through, but if you can find some structure, a rock pile, or anything that can set itself apart from the rest of the mud bottom lake, I find to be highly effective as just a starting point to finding fish.
If you want an affordable rod for this sort of trip, the St. Croix Icon has been a great rod for me so far. It's handling the fish perfectly. It's a 7-1 medium fast. It's handling these like a champ, so highly recommend.
So we are out here in an 18-foot aluminum boat, and despite Winnipeg being a monster, you can definitely take your boat out here no matter the size if you plan around the wind. We've got a little bit of a breezy south wind. You can tell we're rolling, but an east wind, the west wind, you're gonna be okay. A north wind is when things get dangerous. So the key is just gonna be paying attention to the weather forecast, and sometimes that means waiting and booking a last minute trip. We're staying at Gull Harbour. They can be a lot of help when planning this type of thing, so be sure to check them out. Oh God, now it's running. I'm on. Megan, how's it going over there? Woo! Double after double after double. That was wild. Megan hooked up on a drift and I hooked up, and we were just kind of seeing who could get to the boat the quickest and help each other out. Megan threw hers back and went for mine, and we got another big fish. This is Hecla fishing.
Heck yeah, look at this fish, another fat one. We gotta get her on the board.
She's so fat. Throw her in. Huge.
They're all just so fat, it's hard to say.
You got it. It's our biggest yet. It's our biggest yet. It's our biggest yet. Oh! Look at the belly.
My God. It's bigger than I thought it was.
Pop it. Look at the fatness. Like there's nothing like it.
Look at the girth. Just thick.
It's insane. A beast. Look at how fat this fish is. It doesn't even seem real. 27. I'm so good at this. Did you pitch that one out or go straight down?
Well, that was just straight jigging. Drifting behind the boat, bouncing it off the bottom.
Hold it. Nice job, buddy. Megan, you're so good.
Feels good. We're getting closer to the 30.
Yeah, well, making big gains. Heading in from a killer day of fishing, half a day of fishing, and too many big fish to count. Now we're gonna go have dinner at Gull Harbour. They have a really nice restaurant. We have our cabin there, really convenient. We can dock the boat and be ready to head out really early tomorrow with Shauna. So we can't wait. 30-incher, here we come. We picked up Shauna day 2. Now, the first person to introduce me to Hecla was Shauna Lowe. You guys see her in tons of my content. And she was the one to bring me here in the fall numerous times, the spring, and I come back for her. So super excited to be here and have the pro with me today.
So thanks for picking me up today. Been out to Hecla lots this fall, been doing really, really good. Happy you girls made it up. We are going to find some big fish again today. I know we will. I like to fish the channel, not too far from the launch. And for me, I like to sit, jig, vertical jig. I've got a 3/4 ounce jig with a minnow. That's my go-to every single time. To me, it's a waiting game. We're watching the big clouds of bait fish come through, and those big fish are either in that mix or right behind it. So I think we're gonna do another amazing day today. I can feel it.
One of the nice things about this place, and I've stayed here quite a bit, is just you can get accommodations right on the lake, and you have a dock slip. So while people are lined up to launch on this Saturday morning, we can just walk out and go, and it's like a 5-minute boat ride. So something to keep in mind if you want to plan a trip. This place is Gull Harbour. It's Gull Harbour Inn, and they've got the restaurant, they've got the place to stay, they've got boat slips for you, so once you get here, you are taken care of.
So we've been here, what, 3 minutes? This is just like a cookie cutter size. I don't even think, I do want to catch or take home some eaters today, but this one might be a little oversized. We're not going to weigh her. We'll get some fish to take home later, but we'll get her back.
Nice job, pal.
My favorite go-to is
flasher on there.
the Godfather Flasher jig from Big Sky, number 1. It doesn't come off.
My best tip for catching big fish is to go to the places that have a lot of big fish at the best seasons where they bite the most, which is really post-spawn in the spring and the fall right now. And you know, it's worth it even when it's cold, because we're gonna rack up more big fish today and yesterday than we have the entire year. So don't be afraid to take advantage of this cold weather and get these fish on the, you know, pre-winter fill up here on Hecla, because it's gonna be some of the best fishing you'll ever experience. And I promise you, when you're catching a lot of big fish, you don't even think about the cold.
Another beautiful Lake Winnipeg greenback. The colors on this fish are just incredible. Another 24, 25. It was slow for a little bit, but now the fish are biting again, and just look at how thick this fish is too. Perfect.
So my favorite rod is the St. Croix Avid. Today I've got the medium fast just because I needed a little bit more backbone. I love the medium light fast back at home because it's a great mix for panfish and a lot of the walleye we're catching there. But it was really getting a workout yesterday. It handled it, but the rod bend was so crazy. I feel like I was fighting fish a lot longer. So I really did pick a heavier backbone rod just to have a lot more leverage, because these fish are so thick and so fat, and it is a lot more strain fighting them when you're using a little bit lighter rod. Anything you get from the St. Croix Avid series are going to be an incredible option wherever you go, and up here, just because of the size of these fish, I do recommend going with, you know, a medium power rod. So this is my stone tackle box. It's double-sided, transparent, and one of the questions I get is how big of jigs it holds. Up here, you're going to need 1 ounces with this strong current, and as you can tell, it holds it really well. You're going to be able to have a lot of those 1 ounce jigs, a lot of your hair jigs, that type of thing. I like to put it on one side, and then some of my more standard stuff back at home on another. So be sure to check this out and grab the biggest jigs you can find when you come on up here, because the current is insane.
$28 on the nose, and this is why we came here.
Woo, Shauna!
How's that? Beautiful.
If you're looking for a heck of a fishing adventure, you want a lot of action and you want a lot of action with big fish, Gull Harbour is going to be where you want to go. We're up here on Hecla Island, and it is crazy fishing and the end to an amazing trip. So be sure to check them out. And if you guys like these videos, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next video.